What's up everybody, Matt Shepherd Fishing. Today I'm here with the Wilderness Systems Recon 120 standard version. I picked this boat up Saturday from the guys at Appomattox River Company in Farmville, Virginia. If you guys are anywhere near Farmville and interested in looking at a new kayak or buying a new kayak or maybe some accessories, check out Appomattox River Company in Farmville, Virginia. They have online shopping and they ship as well. Great group of guys, check them out. But anyway, man, we're here with the Wilderness Systems Recon 120 standard version. I had a chance to try this boat out Tuesday after I bought it. Took it down to one of our ponds and fished from it. Paddles extremely well for the amount of time I got to paddle it. Super stable. It's 12 foot 3 inches, 39 inches wide. Some guys say it's only 38 inches wide, but the origin of manufacturing certificate that I have states that it's 39 inches wide. I did not measure, so I'm not sure, but either way, I don't think 1 inch of width is going to make a difference on how stable this boat is. Extremely stable. Got the handle right here, feels good. It's got the inserts, of course, like I said. Got this big hatch that opens up to a humongous tank well, and you got this basket in here. It's my first kayak I've owned that has actually had the basket, and it opens up to this humongous tank well. You can store anything in here, even this kitchen sink, man, got room for everything. You could put sleeping bag if you want to do an overnight camping trip, and with your tent, you can just load this thing down. As you guys can tell, it's rather dirty. Tried this thing out at the pond. Super stable, paddles extremely well for the amount of time I got to paddle it. But the standard version comes already pre-plumbed for your foot control, steering if you want to mount the, a motor, trolling motor, or a torpedo in the back, or a Bixby. You have the spots on the right and left side for your steering if you decide to go later on with the pedal drive for this. You just take them out and order the pedal drive and mount all the hardware back. Pedal drive fits right up in there. Wilderness Systems has where you can switch out the foot pedals if you decide, you know, to go that route with the motor, transom mount motor. You can control it with the foot pedals. Of course, that's why the plumbing's there. You have the gear tracks. You have, you know, your handles on the side. As you guys can tell, I got my Lowrance 7-inch TI with the 3-in-1 transducer, and I have it mounted on a switchblade, Kayak switchblade transducer arm. One reason why this, even though this boat, it has the scupper transducer mounts, this humongous transducer will not fit in them, so still have to use the Kayak switchblade arm. And I kind of, you know, I like it that way. I ain't got to worry about messing my transducer up by dragging it on shore or whatever, so that works for me. Also have spots on your gunnels for the for your rod, for some rod stagers you can lay down. I think it says 3 rods on each side you can place in here, and I know it holds 2 well. When I took it to the pond, I placed 2 rods on each side, and I threw this in the back of the truck and drove to the pond, and they didn't come out, and I went down the highway 55-60 miles an hour, didn't have no problems. Got this super comfortable seat, man. This seat is like, whew, blows it out the water, man. This right here makes fishing all day long awesome. Back doesn't get tired, butt doesn't start hurting. And you're just able, I find that, you know, if your back's not hurting and your butt's not hurting, you're able to focus more on fishing, and you're able to fish longer. And who doesn't want to fish longer, and who doesn't want to be comfortable? Got this cup holder now. I don't understand why the cup holder is sitting back here. Got my coffee in there. Let me give me a shot of that coffee. But I don't understand why the cup holder is sitting back here. Maybe that's for structural integrity. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they could have just did away without the cup holder. I mean, after all, there's all these cup holders on the market that allows you to mount them on the gear tracks and stuff. Just do away with them. Also, talking about structural integrity, I did find one thing. Now, I don't know if it's because it was hot when I picked this up, but the standing deck, it's not as rigid as some of the kayaks I have fished from. Take for instance my Feel Free lure. The Feel Free lure has a reinforced standing platform, and that thing does not budge at all. This, when I stood up in it, it gave some, so maybe that's something you guys can take into consideration. Also, one other thing, if you decide to motor mount or to whatever you want to do with as far as propulsion goes, you can leave this in and use this as like a junk tray. When I get everything rigged up, I'm probably going to leave this right here, and I'm probably going to move my fish finder to right here, mount it right here. Back here we have the enormous tank well. You could fit Black Pack, the wilderness systems crate back here. About anything you want to put back here, you got room to put your Black Pack, your wilderness systems crank, and if you end up going with a Bixby motor or Torpedo or whatever, you have room for your battery to go back here. You have a access hatch that allows you inside storage, so you can either do your power pole mount, or you could do your transom mount, or the torpedo mount, whatever you decide, whatever route you decide to go in. You also have on each side, I'm assuming these are perch pads, and I'm thinking I'm going to go maybe the route that the Bonafide guys go. I'm going to put some 8-inch tracks in right here, cut this out, and set some 8-inch Yak Attack tracks in here. That will give me access, because I don't know why Wilderness didn't do this, but you kind of need, for the guys that fish and film and everything, the gear tracks are a necessity for the over the shoulder, behind the back, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to add those. You also have some spots right here on each side that you can put your plugs in if you decide to go to trolling motor, whatever route you want to do, and you can run your wiring through your inside of your hull. You also have on each side little spots where you can put some soft plastic, some lures or whatever. And then also you have plenty of room up under the seat that you could put a junk drawer up under your seat. And I think Yak Gadget makes a junk drawer that will work in this boat perfectly. Have a drain plug, and then on the back you have for where it's rigged for your rudder or for your motor. For your rudder, you have a skid plate. Super excited and super pleased with my purchase, and cannot wait to get this thing rigged up and get the fishing out of it. Looking to finish the season out on this boat. That is a overview and a all over the place breakdown of the Wilderness Systems Recon 120 standard version. Appomattox River Company has used kayaks as well. Check them out. They have them listed on the website, appomattoxrivercompany.com. I appreciate you guys watching. if you are looking at this boat, go ahead and get it. Do not wait. These things are hot. They don't stay on the market long. I had been looking at this boat probably since about March or April, somewhere around in there, and every time I got to where I was going to get it, I would go to look and they was all sold out. So just so happened Friday, Appomattox River Company got a load in, and so I called Saturday and they was down to like 5 out of a whole truckload. All they had was 5 left, and I immediately busted butt up there, and it's about an hour and a half from my house to Appomattox River Company, and I scooped this one up, and this was the last one they had in this color. So get on them because they are hot. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.